Before you say anything, Jojo, just let him talk.
I
Just
am.
let him
I am.
talk. All right, just for like 5 to 10 minutes, and then Yasuo just let Jojo talk for 5 to 10 minutes. All
Okay,
right.
this was around the time you're hitting level 6, and I know your laner is low, and I want you, because it's evened out wave. The faster you get here, the faster you win this fight. The, the worst thing, the only thing that sucks about this fight is Camille's not here, and you're late, but you got a couple kills because you came. Also, you're not on quick cast, so
I am on quick cast. I
no, you have
promise
that.
you, I'm on quick cast with
You have that.
indicators.
Yeah, I think the indicator is what fucked you here because your cooldown was up and you pressed it, but I don't know. I think if I don't play with the indicator for that reason because I see the input lag. Plus, I live in Hawaii and I'm already on 99 ping, so I'm not nerfing myself anymore. Oh, you died there. It's fine. Blah blah blah. Everyone's already here. Your wave's pushed, so you just collect that and move. You know they're still playing for top. You know they're gonna fight. It's 4v2. We win this. That's why I told you to move. Now you're 3-1. I think you should have just walked up to him and just killed him flat out. You know your jungler's there. There's no point in like, yeah. So I'm telling you to back for tempo. But wave's here, so now you're forced to stay to push this and then reset.
I
There's
don't
no point
reset
in
here.
going for plating. You have reset there. There's
I
no
don't
point in
reset
staying.
here. I go bot.
You do.
And I wanted Zyre to come with me. Because if we
Okay,
killed...
well, you're by yourself. Okay, no. Your laner's dead. There's nothing to play for here. The play is dead. Zyra's not doing anything. She's behind the tower. So you went here and you used ult and that's it. And instead of having tempo for the mid wave, when I told you to back, you're now missing. Now you're forced to use TP when you didn't need to, and you miss a whole wave worth of EXP and gold. You warded, and then you just gave him ward.
And I got ward right back.
And you died.
Yeah, that was a useless ward. It did nothing. I think it was your either first or second game. Like everything, you bought like 3 control wards. 2 control wards is already 150 gold. I'm not big brain enough to do the math for the another 75 gold, but yeah.
Basically.
It's how much?
225.
225. So you have so 225 gold when you're on the way. That's like halfway through an amplifying cone, basically. Yep. Holy shit, your top laner is fucking.
Press tab for me.
Wait, hold on.
Press
Pause
tab
right
for
here.
me.
Pause right here.
Press
Pause
tab
right
for
here.
me. Press tab for me. Tell me about my top lane and tell me why I should play top.
Because
Tell me about
you
my
could-
jungler and tell me why I should play top.
Because
I match
all you
that?
all you have to do is shove. You just shove the wave right here, so he doesn't take first tower.
And he can't dive me?
No, you know your top laner died. It's safe to assume that he used star. Why is he diving you? You have.
Look at that tower.
So when you're sitting here,
Oh, he still
when I
has
told
Look
auto.
at that tower.
When I told you to back at that point to run top, where is it? Was right here. So let's back it up a little bit. It takes you what, 3
What
seconds to
items
clear the wave?
does Wukong have?
I don't
On
care.
TP's buying Camille.
I don't care
Does
what
he have
items
2
he has.
refillables? I care. I care about
It
that
doesn't
shit.
matter. You're not fighting him. You're just defending tower top. Is what I'm saying.
Click on that tower. Tell me how much HP it has.
It doesn't matter because you're clearing wave quicker than he is shoving it.
And then
But I
I
check if you have
use my
flash.
fear.
You have
so
flash.
I use my
You're-
fear, and I no longer have my CC to stop him from diving me under tower because I needed to clear that wave. Now where do I? Where am I?
He's not insta killing you. You're sitting on like, at this point, like 1,500 gold or something like that, or 500 gold, something like that. All you have to do, it's pre 14 minutes, so your turret has more armor and whatever. All you have to do is just shove the wave.
She was gonna get
Just look
dove
at the-
right there, though.
That's all you had to do. I'm not asking you to
but
fight him
it's
to the death.
I would have got dove. He would have dove me.
No, he wouldn't. Just
He has R.
it doesn't matter because you did not listen. But this is why I'm telling you to go top, just to shove the wave. That's
And
it.
that is exactly why I did not. I go
Okay,
top,
so-
get dove, or I go bot, get a double.
Oh, man,
Go
no,
back.
wait. What?
Yes, I'll go back. All the way to where she was mid.
Oh, all the way to when she was win?
Yeah, all the way to she was mid.
It's right here. 212.
She's mid. Okay, so Yasuo tells you to move top right here. You start
I mean-
moving top right here. Let's just assume that you start moving top right here. You get there the same, like at the same
Yeah.
time that you start moving bot, right? So
Mhm.
just play the video. Because you started moving bot right as he told you to move top,
Yep.
correct? So let's say right when you reach bot, you'd have reached top. Okay.
Isn't the top river
And
longer?
The wave stalls right here.
It's the same thing. It's the
You would've
same
100%.
distance.
Jojo, you would have 100% made that. You have to admit that at least. You would have 100%.
I would have made it to the top
So-
lane as the wave crashed.
so-
Yes. Hold on. I would have made it to the top lane as the wave crashed. Yes. Would I had to have used my fear to clear the minions? Yes. After I no longer have fear, I don't have items, I'm sitting on a lot of gold, I still haven't backed. Mind you, I have not backed. I have magical footwear boots, 1 item, and a Doran's fucking ring.
Which
Look
is
at
why I
Wukong's
told you
items.
what I-
Hold
which
on.
is why-
And you told me to back, yes, but I don't have TP, so if I back, now not only do I lose top side, I also lose my opportunity bot side, because bot side's
And
pushed
the
up.
reason
You said
the
leads
reason
an
you're on-
opportunistic game? I took where I
wasn't
could.
saying that.
I
So the reason why you don't have TP when I told you to already back was because of that play mid when you roam bot and you showed up to Briar and you
Yep.
clicked R and that did nothing.
Yep.
So now, so that's why you don't have TP. That's why I'm telling you to save it.
Yep, and I
how
don't
do you
have
not
TP
know?
anymore, and I had
So
to make the choice to go
you
top.
force your since you
or go
force
bot.
yourself since you force yourself on the back foot instead of I'm trying to help you recover, but you're deep in the bot. By the time, where is it? These 3 minions are still here. You're at the turret. I don't give a fuck. You just have to push these. And then this. QE. Under turret. Pre 14 minutes.
Okay,
More
I decided.
armor.
Okay, so
Okay.
I decided to get a double kill bot instead, or to get a kill bot instead.
No, what you
Now what?
decided is you.
No. Give her.
Fine.
She decided
That's fine.
to go bot and get a kill. However, on the other hand, Jojo, you lost the tower and you also lost Grubs. So that was the cost
Yeah.
for the kill.
Yeah.
That was the trade-off.
So, yeah. So we're forcing to play bot. This is fine, I guess.
Not really, because Camille came bot as well, trying to pick up
Yeah,
some
all
extra
5
stuff.
came bot instead of Camille going top.
The problem is, Wukong's super fed, and I know for a fact that I don't match that. If at any
You
point in
don't
time,
need to.
hold,
I'm telling
can you please? For I beg. For I beg.
Okay. I'm just gonna hear the
I
same thing.
do not match that. And as much as you keep telling me, all I have to do is shove waves. I've played against super fed Wukongs. I've gotten dove by super fed Wukongs. The last thing I want right now is to also feed into this Wukong. So I'm looking, my mindset and what my thinking is during this game is, how can I get gold in order to match that? How can I get more items so I can finally do something with that guy? Who else can I fight that guy with? I'm looking at Ziggs, who isn't 1-8, who isn't 1-5. I'm looking at Zyra, who's finally building a little bit of like, Grievous, who has burn, possible chain CC, and I don't see anything happening with Camille, and I don't see anything happening with Jarvan.
You don't need
I
us.
don't want to go up there by myself and feed him more.
So you forcing it? Yeah, you think it's not feeding him. You just fed him 700 gold right here, and whatever.
Who fed him 700 gold? I'm sorry, my bad. You're right. I should have played top. I didn't know I got drafted top side.
You didn't need to play top. I'm just telling you to push the wave because he got second turret 700 gold at 14 minutes, and that could have been denied.
Okay, so why is it on me to hold Wukong and not on the top laner to hold?
Because you don't have. It's not on you. I'm telling you this for your future games so you know what to do in these exact situations. This is not a defined game that's going to happen for the rest of your life, the same outcome. The macro play, I'm telling you, is to teach you. You ran bot when I told you to back, it forced you to use TP. Then another argument is you don't have TP for top to match Wukong. Had you not gone here the first time I told you, you would have had TP for top, and you would have spent the money that you had here that I told you to back, and have TP top, and all you had to do was hold the wave, just push one wave. That's it.
And if he dove me and I died?
No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's the macro question. It is. You want to teach me macro? I need to know what happens if he dives me and I die. Now what?
You're dead. All right. But now you know in the future what to do, because you went here, you wasted time here instead of backing. You waste R, you waste TP. So the next game you play, you just have TP top, you have Prowl, and hopefully you're not fighting an 8-2 Wukong. Because now he has 700 gold at 14 minutes from that turret. Now he's at 2.5 items.
Jojo, top is not your responsibility, but
it's not. All you have to do is cover. You gotta pick up the slack.
Top's not your responsibility. You just have to pick up the slack and cover top. By the way,
can
you really be so for real with those statements?
Jojo, hold on. It's not your fault that your top lane, your bot lane, or your jungle lost. But if you want to win, the game, you have to cover for their weaknesses. You have to be better than all of them combined.
Right.
And to do that, sometimes you do have to go up there and cover their lane.
Yeah.
When they're fighting bot side like idiots.
Okay, but the problem is I was already bot side when Camille decided to TP down there.
So the problem was I told you to go top, and you wanted to force bot.
All right.
And
can I just ask one question?
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Does she have a bounty on her?
Yep.
I don't think so.
At any point? Okay.
No.
So
they've been down.
Okay, that's good. But like, so she could have cleared the wave. Possible death at the tower. Possible death.
Like, just to like Jojo, this game, this loss is not on you. You played adequately. Like, but if you want to win the game, like, you have to.
No.
I'm fully in agreement with that. I'm just asking, Had I went top, as you said, and I died to Wukong, would the outcome of the game be worse or better? Had I went top and didn't die to Wukong and did hold the tower, then what?
I mean,
what
okay,
what
think
do
about it
we
like this.
expect?
The game
Go
is not
top.
immediately losable because you saved turret. They're not having
Okay, so is the
free
game
s-
immediately
That's a big
losable?
what if.
Right.
Let's play like the theoretical game then.
That's all I'm
So
saying.
there's no theories. Everything that she did is led up to why she's late for top. She forced herself on the back foot, and then she kept forcing herself on the back foot. I'm telling her when to back for a reason, and those reasons reflect later throughout the game. I told her to back instead of go bot. She wanted to go bot, and then now since she went bot, she has to waste TP mid. Now she doesn't have TP for 5 minutes. So when she had that 500 gold against that she's worried about top, okay, then buy your armor components for
I didn't even have boots
fucking
yet.
Zanya's.
I didn't have
Yes,
boots.
you did. You had magical footwear.
straight up, Jojo, I think if you go top twice here, like if you just brainless just go top twice, I do think the game is in a better outcome actually.
You're not because
Didn't
now you're
didn't they buff towers to do more damage?
yes.
That's what they say.
So
That's what they
She's
say.
not. She's
So-
not getting one shot under tower against him.
yeah, because Wukong does damage, but he has to. The only way for him to actually brutally murder her up under tower and escape with that, she would have to eat both clones autos.
Yeah.
Like
And the likely chance of that happening,
He had
and
Tiamat
considering your
Eclipse.
effect,
He
I
had
just
Tiamat
don't think
Eclipse
Wukong
and
kills you ever
and
there.
and
I don't see
refillables.
that.
2
I
refillables.
don't.
Yeah.
See, I don't see that. I don't know what. I don't. No, like it's not happening. You're
I don't
not getting
think-
one shot under turret.
she treating this Wukong right now like a fed Rengar.
Yeah, like you're not. You
Wukong's
all.
are fucking
Okay, you're that
scary.
worried. You're that
He
worried.
is not a carry.
You're
falls
that-
the fuck off the planet.
If you're that worried with that gold and TP top here, you just buy armor boots.
Yo, she got
Like we
on
said.
God, she got bruiser PTSD.
I
off this bitch.
do. I do.
Like,
I in
if
fact
you're that
factually have
worried,
bruiser
you just-
PTSD.
You just back TP, buy armor boots. That's it.
Save
That's
that
it.
second tower, prevent him creating at 700 gold.
On God, you should not have
Well-
bruiser PTSD. Considering this is the season they buff fucking mages too, you must be out of your mind. This is not like the old shit where you're literally doing no damage after getting like 2 items. No, you get 2 items, you're hurting people.
I just don't think that. I'm looking at it. I don't see
She
it.
doesn't. She doesn't. She doesn't. That's why I'm super adamant on it. She doesn't die.
We went through a
Top of
damage buff. We went through a durability
Okay,
patch.
let's just say she does die there, right? Can you go back? Can you go back to? Kong is like what, 70% health.
I just want to know,
Let's say you go
like,
up
okay.
here, you use your
So
abilities
you tell me to go top, but Jarvan was already clearing top. Why couldn't
don't-
he hold the weight? Why couldn't he hold the tower?
But no,
Because he's
Jojo, you
playing
can't
for
think of
Jojo, you're putting too
this,
much faith.
Jojo.
You're putting too
You're
much
relying
faith
on your teammates. You're
Yeah.
acting like your
Yes,
teammates
they
are not
don't
eight.
exist.
Is that
Jojo.
not what
You
like
don't
a
have teammates.
5v5 game is for?
So
No,
let me
you can only
I
control
keep telling you
yourself.
this.
They
I
don't
know,
exist,
I
Jojo.
know, I know, I know.
I keep telling you.
But like,
this,
wouldn't the
this is
best
not a
play?
team game.
Okay, wouldn't
Yes,
the
not a
best
team game for
Diamond.
outcome?
So what you did this game, you did not enable anything for your jungler. You let him fend for himself. So every time I told you to back is for objective prio, is so you're full health, full mana, so you're not fucking worried about any of that nonsense. You left him in the lurch. All right, top got gapped, whatever. Play with your jungler. Your bot lane's fine. Like you're zigzagging, like fucking sprinting. It's just Zyra's trying to make a play. Like, because Like I'm leaving this game if my mid laner not playing with me if I'm jungle, because that's why should Asol be quicker than you when all he does is drop an EQ, but you clear faster than him? Like that makes no sense to me.
Right.
Like you literally
Do we
burst a
win?
wave
If
quicker.
I didn't go bot there, because I'm already bot, right? Let's say I went and went for grubbies with Jarvan. We don't have a Camille. Asol will rotate.
No, you don't go for grubs here.
Okay.
You don't.
I just
You
hold the
don't.
top
Can't go-
tower.
You
We
don't.
just
Yeah,
leave
you just
grubs
hold the
to
towers.
be. Okay.
You just all you have to do
Jojo,
is
you're
sit
denying
here.
him over 1,000 gold if you go top.
Okay.
But
As I said earlier, we just try to slow the bleeding.
Okay.
So you're trying. What you're trying to do, again, what you're trying to do, you're fucking Vex.
Right.
You're Vex versus ASO. The likely chance is if ASO ever comes in contact with you, you will undeniably burst his ass down.
Okay.
At basically almost any point in the game, if you get strong. So what you want to do is, if your top is feeding, you want to slow the bleed. You want to slow the bleeding because it's not necessarily you have to fight the motherfucker. You want to slow the bleeding so you can have a chance to continue
Right.
the game
So the only
to get
reason I'm
power.
going top is to prevent him from getting even more gold because he's just farming Camille.
Yes, pretty much. I do this
I
all the
don't, I
time.
don't, I don't, I don't know
When I'm
I can
how.
go
playing top,
1-10.
I don't know how you
Like-
don't understand that.
Hello, I just got it right now. I'm slow on the uptake. All right.
I know. I had to wait till everyone's fucking done talking to you, and everyone want to get the point across. But I was like, this is just as a jungler. You could go 1-10, but if we slow the pace of the game down, it doesn't matter how far you
We
are,
wanted to
how
turtle.
far you are behind.
The
no,
goal
not
was to
necessarily.
turtle. Oh.
No, if you turtle, you just.
Okay. Well, the goal was to turtle
Mm.
top side at the least, right?
Your
That's
goal
what.
top,
it's
just to
goal top.
deny.
Yeah, you being there and
Prevent stuff you can prevent.
because you're top here, you literally cleared this shit low HP wave, and he doesn't get 400 gold in whatever plates he got. 14 minutes, and he doesn't get 700 gold here. All you had to
No
do
one's
was right
asking you to
click.
do 4 people's jobs.
Like all you had to do was just right click here, QEW. That's it. All right, go back. Or you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
You gotta remember, we're playing on fucking NA. We are one of the most boosted monkeys that fight
Like
for
here,
whatever
they don't
reason.
even need you here.
Right.
I don't.
They don't.
They don't even. I mean,
It's
we'll to
like-
get that last kill. No, not even
This
because
is
Camille
over.
will eat, huh?
This is like wasting resources. Use TP and yeah.
But to be fair,
Let's keep watching, I guess. That's when I told you to back. Had you like stayed, you would have just died for nothing. So now you don't have TP for drag when our whole team's there playing for
Yeah,
the
but
objective.
okay. So I ping them like, don't fight it yet.
No.
This is NA. We fight.
I don't care who you're pinging, because you're at this point. I don't see you listening. It doesn't matter. That's
It so matters. If I was there,
It-
that fight would have changed. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
yeah.
wait.
If you would have instead of TPing bot. So remember how I'm telling you. That's 2 TPs you could have used for objectives
Okay,
to either
look,
hold
the back
or
and
to
forth,
fight
the
for.
back and forth, like if we're talking about that Drake fight, can we specifically just talk about that Drake fight? Because every time you try and like relate it all the way back to when I didn't go top and now that Drake fight, like
No,
like I
I'm
know
saying
you're
right
trying to
here.
say like butterfly effect and all of that stuff like makes sense, but it's literally confusing me. It's making it worse for me to understand your point. And like I think that
Okay.
that's counterintuitive for what we want here, right? So
Okay.
when it came to that Drake fight, I'm saying I pinged them to wait for me and they did not wait for me. So
Yeah,
what
they
you're
just
trying
ran
to
in and
say,
died.
right, what you're trying to say is I needed TP for that Drake fight.
Yeah, since you
Okay.
were backing. If you
Don't
wanted
sugarcoat it,
to,
throw the book at her.
if you wanted that opportunity to fight with your team, you needed to peek to position to have that opportunity, and you
Okay.
lost it
But like,
because
okay, so here's my next question. Can we pause real quick? My next question is, why was it impossible? Can we actually watch that Drake fight over? I want to see what happened. Why was it impossible for my team to just wait until I could get there? It's
You
not
can't
like
control your team.
I completely
can't.
understand that, but what if they, can I just watch, please?
Yeah.
I just want to know if they forced it and they
Yeah, they
forced
had
it.
a
Okay.
pick on Briar, but they lost
I
the.
don't. If you're there, I don't think you change anything.
I think
Not
we
like
just.
that.
I mean, I
Not the
think the
way
only
that they
thing
had
here is
Yeah,
they
the
got
way
pinched like
that
that.
they
Yeah,
engaged
that it's not. Yeah. So it wouldn't even mattered if I had TP, had I been there. Well, the only thing that would have mattered in that specific scenario is if I was already positioned in a place to stop them from getting sandwiched the way they did.
No, I think
That's if
what
everything
happens
stays
here.
constant. I mean,
I
if
think
you
what
have
happens
TP,
here. I think what happens here is if you're
No, let's say I TP to Tribush.
no. If what I'm saying is if you're
Had
here, they're
mhm.
grouped up. You're isolating this Briar. You just burst him, blow him up, and then you kite out the next fight
I wouldn't
for the
have
objective.
fear if I bursted out the Briar. I would have had to wait 15 whole seconds.
That's fine, because like I just said, you
15
blow
whole
up Briar.
seconds. One,
Like I said,
two,
you just
3, 4, 5, and my entire team is dead.
so like I was trying to say, you just burst the Briar, and then you walk away and reset the fight for the objective.
I don't think anything changes if he's there.
Me either.
I mean,
If you want to argue that, like, if she has TP or if like
I'm
the
saying,
defensive events are happening,
I'm saying that that fight.
God, I so wish that R landed. If that R landed, can we rewind that real quick?
where?
Oh,
you mean on the
rewind
end
it.
of the pit?
Rewind
Yeah,
it
that
one more
would've
time.
been
One more time.
completely
15,
different.
15 more seconds back, please. One more click on the back. Two actually. Two. One more.
No, it's right here. It's right here.
No. Right here, please. And then keep this angle. On Rift. That's good. Oh.
Right here on the
Okay,
right
yeah,
shoulder
thank
and
you.
Slashing on me.
On Wukong. I was aiming for Wukong.
Yeah, if that would have hit, that would have been.
It would have been game changing, honestly, and I would have
you die,
happily died
actually.
for it. No, I would have happily died for it. I would have traded for the Wukong, like 150%.
I don't think you kill Wukong there.
You don't think so?
I don't think you kill Wukong there.
Fuck
no,
me.
I don't think you burst him down.
Okay. Well, then never mind then.
I mean, go back,
worry.
look at it.
Yes, please.
I don't know, like, I'm just saying, just based off feeling, because you play a lot, you just get that feeling of whether
You don't
like,
die.
Pause it. Pause it. Can we pause it? Oh, fuck me.
Okay, go back.
Okay.
No.
Click the Wukong.
Yeah. No,
Click the
you kill
Wukong.
him.
Click the Wukong, please. Can you click him so I
Go
can
back.
see his health?
Can I?
And then
kill
press
him.
tab.
Oh.
Press tab. He has no refillables. Fucking Nami already used bubble.
Refillable, refillable.
I would have
Just
killed
read it.
him. I would have fucking killed him. You have no fucking idea. Especially Nami already healed him. Ziggs just used R. Look, he
Yeah.
already has Nami's Airy on him. Nami can't heal him anymore.
I don't think you're. I don't even think you're focusing on the right thing.
I would have fucking.
Yes, you kill him, but you die in the process.
I don't
That's
care.
It.
Kills are so big, like, Joe. Kills are like.
You're
it's a
like
placebo
thinking
effect.
about the
It's
wrong.
No, but like the whole my idea was okay if
What do you-
if I
okay,
can get my
you-
resets right because Nami doesn't have bubble.
You okay? So in this situation,
I would have just fucking
okay,
tried
you
it
get-
anyways. And you
you
know
kill
what? His
Wukong,
bounty isn't
and
as
then
big
you
as
kill
I
Nami,
remember.
and then you die. That's it.
Nah,
That's
I
all.
would have just
That's
happily
the
traded.
most optimal.
I would have traded
That's like-
happily for
you play
just the
perfectly.
Wukong.
Well, okay, you kill Wukong, you kill Nami. That's it. You're dead.
Briar
Cool.
was also really fucking low. Listen, if Wukong was on top of people, especially like, all I'm saying is,
Dude, you're focusing on the wrong thing.
I'm focusing on that specific play. Overall game is what you're focusing on. You're looking at big picture. I'm looking at play by play by play. Because play by play is how you play that game. I need to. It's true.
Just in the forest for the trees, Jojo.
There's the forest, but I want to know tree by
Yeah,
tree. I
you
want
kill
actually
you
I
kill
want to
two
know
people.
every
That's
blade
it.
of grass in that bitch. If I'm gonna be so honest with you,
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
that's crazy.
It is.
What is your thought process here?
5 years
What are
sober.
you trying to do?
This is wasting time.
I'm fucking dilly daddling, listening to you
Wait,
guys
go
yell
back,
at me
go
the whole
back.
time.
So
Go back 30. Go back 30.
how'd you enjoy the coaching?
Yeah, I think if you just go mid, you push that wave, you get tower. No? Am
Yeah.
I crazy?
No.
No, you're not. But
It's
Yeah, but
Briar R.
you're not focused.
that
Like, it's like you just
that
wandered
would have been.
around,
So I,
Jojo.
so I told her to fucking back like 20 fucking times, and she runs to jungle and just walks around for nothing. And then just TP'd and died.
Jojo, I feel like you gotta play top like a couple times. 'Cause you
She
play
doesn't
top, you
need.
get
She
super
doesn't.
objective.
She doesn't need to play top. She just needs to listen. I'm literally handling the game to her on a platter through my call outs. So when she went there, like you were a walking ward. That's it. I did nothing.
How did that happen?
What?
Okay, they had Herald from all the way back there. I mean, the time we missed the Draven.
Wukong hit like a bitch, that's all I can tell you.
You think if you take that mid tower right there, you completely prevent that Herald play?
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
Maybe.
They don't just get to do whatever they want, but
I'm thinking like if you're an AI that I program and I just tell you to go top, clear, go mid, clear, go bot, clear. What happens
holy
to this
shit,
game,
he
Jojo?
did not blow you up. Oh, he has like 3 items and he doesn't one-shot you. And you only have 1 cloth armor. That's crazy to think about.
The game was. I think if this game was slowed down, possible comebacks were possible.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, I
They
still
don't
stand
just-
like it's not your
they
fault, Jojo, that you lost, but you could have won. That's like
What was WinCon?
it's these games that
Me
where you could
me
have won
holding
is
off
that where you-
Wukong. WinCon was
I mean,
me
not
matching
necessarily.
him.
I think the win
Just
con
more
was
objective
just.
focus, just more aware of the mini map, where people are.
I think
Like-
WinCon was just scaling.
Like right here, this is what,
But I
like
get
a quarter of an
outscaled.
item?
Asol outscales us.
That doesn't matter.
It's-
Outscaling, it doesn't mean shit, really.
You're
I
not
like,
playing for your laner. You're playing for the win.
yeah.
That's like
I mean,
you might as well like not play the game if.
So
if
what do
that's
you
the,
mean by scaling?
you need
scaling,
you need
champion
items.
div, all this shit, it doesn't matter, Jojo. Like,
You just need you really just needed items.
So
That's
we
literally
needed
the main
to-
point.
items
right.
don't even matter, man. I mean,
So
You-
the
you do.
WinCon was turtling out so I could get items to do what to whom?
no, not turtling. Just
you needed your team to slowly get stronger. Was
Yeah,
it?
you
I thought
needed
I
to-
couldn't
you
control
just-
my team.
I
you
know you
can't
can't.
control yourself.
No, you
Yeah,
can
you
control
can't control
yourself.
your team, but you can.
So if WinCon was to control my team,
There was
or
no
to get my
absolute
team
WinCon.
fed, okay.
There was no absolute
not-
WinCon
so
this
not
game.
necessarily
that's
fed, just hold
okay.
on.
So that's what I'm trying to understand.
You're not-
It's
You're not
it's
playing.
someone
When you,
said
like-
someone said the game was winnable, and I'm trying to understand where your point of view
Jojo.
was on winnable. Like what was the
Okay.
winnable aspect of the game?
If the game is
Can I
small
just-
enough for your team to have items to play the game.
Okay.
Jojo, the one thing you know is that the path that you took, like the decisions that you made in this game, the end of that path was a loss.
Right.
So we're just trying to give you like other possibilities. Like,
Mhm.
hey, what if you did this? What if you
Right.
did this?
Okay.
What if you
Okay.
listened
Okay.
to him here?
Right.
What if
Right.
this
Right.
happened?
Okay.
Right? It's like,
So we're okay. Okay. I
wh-
get it. I get
what
it.
if you made a different
So
macro decision right here?
right. I was just confused because the whole like, oh, the game was winnable, and I didn't see the win con.
There was no win con.
Oh.
It was the
It
fact
was
of
just like
stalling the
what
game out.
other decisions could have been made in
The
order.
longer the game goes on,
The more it's in your favor.
yeah, exactly. That's, if you're
Per
losing a game,
champion pick though, I don't think in this specific game the longer the game goes out, the more it's in our favor.
okay,
I
but look at
mean,
this. If
For this specific
yeah.
game,
You
I'd like to clarify if
once
possible.
I
again.
mean, the more questions a test has, the higher your possibility of passing. No, because you have more room for error, right?
Okay. So
If the game ends at 20 minutes, right? If league ended at 20 minutes and whoever's team had like the highest score based on objectives, kills, and whatever, you would lose this game at 20 minutes just straight up.
okay.
But the longer the game goes on, the more opportunities that you have, the more
I'm trying.
mistakes
I'm
the enemy
trying to
That's
makes.
fix your early game,
that's
so
if
it's not.
the enemy team makes mistakes.
You said what?
What?
That's if the enemy team makes mistakes.
The enemy team
They-
always makes mistakes.
Right.
There's no way they didn't make.
They did not play that shit perfectly at all.
No, no, no.
There's
Not.
no way.
But okay, it's less of if they make a mistake, but more if we are able to capitalize on the mistakes they make.
That's
right?
That's You're
For
trying to
if
grow.
the game does go on longer, the what you're saying is
The longer it goes
the
on,
game
the more
goes
mistakes
on,
they make.
the more mistakes they'll make, and
more
it's whether or
opportunities
not
you get.
we take the opportunities that are, given.
I mean, how many times have you seen like a team get hyper fed in the early game, and then
Lots.
the game just stalls out,
Many.
stalls out,
Mhm.
stalls out,
Yep.
and
And
then
they
you just
lose.
end up winning?
I've
Yeah,
played
yeah,
those kind of
exactly.
games before. It's a thing.
Yeah. Imagine if that game just ended at 20 minutes though, just straight up.
Right.
The early game, that team just wins straight up. I mean, that's why you get fed early, and you like. You ever have those games like maybe you're playing with friends, you guys all get fed early, and then you're just like hyper focused on ending the game,
Hmm.
and because of that hyper fixation, like you start making a lot of mistakes. You start dying to get Nexus Tower and shit, giving away a bunch of gold, and the enemy's not doing anything right. They're just not doing anything wrong. They're just sitting there, letting you run into them, letting you feed them gold, and they just slowly catch back up.
Mm. Okay.
Man, I wish like tier lists didn't exist, like legitimately, and I wish scaling like
It
I wish
doesn't
you didn't
matter.
even know what the
You're
word
only
scaling was.
you're only as strong as you allow your champ to be. Like